Just do it. Those are the famous last words of the Utah murderer Gary Gilmore. He was sentenced to death in the 1970s, and those were his last words. Those are also Nike's. That's also Nike's slogan. Nike actually got their slogan from a famous serial killer, Gary Gilmore, which I thought was pretty interesting. I'm currently a business analytics major here at the University of Cincy, but I am planning on changing my major to marketing, which is a very important asset to the company Nike. A lot of their employees have a background in marketing or majored in it in college. I think a lot of people in today's age are starting to become lazy, to be honest. I feel like everything is becoming electronical, and people are sitting down more than ever, and obesity is going crazy in America. So I think a really big thing that people should start to do and continue doing is staying active, and Nike is a company that promotes that. Nike is a great organization that gives athletes all around the world the competitive edge they need to be the best athletes and the best people. I'm going to talk a little bit about the background of Nike. So it was founded in 1964 in Oregon. And funny story, there was a man named Bill Bowerman. He was the head track coach at Oregon, and one of his student athletes who was on the track team that he coached, his name was Phil Knight. They together designed a shoe that ended up being the first thing that Nike would sell. The launch brand show was in 1972, and Nike was officially opened and up and running in 1978. So now that I talked a little bit about the background of Nike, I'm going to talk about why I'm passionate about this company and why I'd want to work there. So they donate a lot of money, approximately $3.75 million per year from Nike goes to other organizations, nonprofits, and people in need. I have one of my very close friends, her uncle actually works there. He grew up in the Philippines, and he moved to America, and he was pretty desperate for work. He did have an education and college degree, but he didn't really know what he was going to do, and he was really desperate for a job. And Nike had no hesitation to bring him in as an employee, and he has been working there for the past 8 years. So I grew up playing sports. I've been playing sports ever since I was the age of 6. I started off playing football, and later on in my life I took on track. And playing those sports has made me the young man that I am today, and I wouldn't be the same person if I didn't have the teamwork and bond and connection and all the lessons that I've learned from those teams and my coaches and friends. So sports has really just had a big influence and impact on my life. So now I'm going to talk a little bit about how I plan on either getting a co-op there, or if not a co-op in college, plan on working there in the future. So since I'm lucky enough to know someone who works for the company, like I said, one of my best friends, her uncle is Quebec, and he has been working there for 8 years. So I'm going to give him a call, and I'm going to get as much information as I can about the company and what they look for in employees, what background, what experience, all that kind of stuff. And then I'm also going to see if he has any connections who are higher up than him, since he's just a sales representative there, like maybe one of his managers or bosses or something. I'm going to try to talk to them and just get to know as many people as I can while I'm still in college, because I am still a freshman, still a little bit early for me to get a co-op in my life, but I'm going to try to make as many connections as I can as possible, and then hopefully later on in my life, down the line, those connections will pay off, and it'll get me an in at a job at Nike in the future. Nike is a huge corporation that attires athletes in the gear they need to perform to the best of their abilities. I am passionate about this company because they are kind to the world and help people to stay active, which is very important to me. And that's why I'm going to just do it. Not murder people like Gary Gilmore, but get a job at Nike when I'm older.